Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today's unit is Unit 5, our 18 habits. The lesson is present continuous, affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms. We also will study quantifiers and articles. Quantifiers عبارات التي تستعمل للتحدث عن الكم. Articles, we'll discover articles, for example, some or any. For example, a or an. Some and any are quantifiers. Let's take a look at these pictures. The first one is recipe, pound, cherries, ingredients. Now read the conversation and write true or false, then correct the false statements. Here is the dialogue between Kevin and his mother. Take your time, try to read the dialogue, then write true or false for these questions. Pause the video and take 5 minutes to do this activity. Here are the answers. Number 1, Kevin and his mother are preparing a vegetable soup. False, they are preparing a cake. Number 2, Kevin can't help his mother because he's doing his homework. False, she isn't doing anything. Number 3, there is a lot of cheese at home. There are. Number 3, it is false. A little cheese, not many, a little. Not many or not a lot. Number 4, there are only 6 eggs at home. It is true. Half a dozen is 6. Okay. Now let's try to circle the verbs in the present continuous and complete the table. You have verbs. Try to circle the verbs that are in present continuous. نحاول نديرو دائرة حول الأفعال التي تتواجد في present continuous. For example, I am preparing. Preparing is in the present continuous. I am preparing is in present continuous. You have the subject pronoun I, and I'm preparing as the verb in present continuous. We use with I, and we use is with he, she, or it. For example, you can pause the video and try to complete the table. Then we will see the correction. Here is the correction. In affirmative, we have I'm preparing. He, she, it is preparing. We, you, and they are preparing. So we use are plus ing with plural. For example, we, you, and they. And with I also, we use am with I, and with you in singular, we use are. You are preparing, for example. In singular, for he, she, and it, we use is, preparing, for example. Is plus ing. For negative forms, I'm not doing. He, she, it is not doing. We, you, they are not doing. That's negative form, نفي. Interrogative form, صيغ الأسئلة ولا صيغ الأسئلة. We convert the verb and the subject. نقوم بقلب الفعل والفاعل For example, am I doing? Is she doing? Is he doing? Is it doing? For the plural, are we doing? Are they doing? Or are you doing? Try to practice, look at the pictures, then ask and answer your partner questions. يعني سنحاول استعمال العبارات التي تعلمناها في الجدول السابق من أجل وضع أسئلة وتقديم أجوبة حول الصور التي تظهر أمامكم. You can take 5 minutes to do this exercise in your home, in your notebook. Pause the video. Then now let's move to the next activity, which is about quantifiers. يعني العبارات التي نستعملها من أجل التعبير عن الكم. For example, we have a few, much, a lot of, some, any, plenty of, many, and a little. Underline the expressions of quantity in the conversation and put a tick or a cross in the appropriate column. سنحاول نرجع إلى الحوار السابق ونعيد القراءة ثم نحاول أن نضع سطر تحت العبارات التي تستعمل للتعبير عن الكمية أو الكم، ثم نقوم بوضع تيك or cross هي العلامة التي تشبه علامة في، تيك هي العلامات الأخرى في المكان المناسب. For example, a few, we use a few with countable. نستعملها فقط with countable. We don't use a few with uncountable, and we use it with affirmative. We don't use it with negative, and we don't use it with interrogative as well. Pause the video and take 5 minutes to do this exercise in your notebook. Okay, here are the answers. We have, for example, much. We don't use much with countable and with affirmative, but we use it with uncountable, negative, and interrogative. We use a lot of with countable and uncountable and affirmative and negative as well. We use some with countable, uncountable, and affirmative, any, and so on. Now let's move to circle the correct word. نضع دائرة على الكلمة المناسبة أو العبارة المناسبة. Read this paragraph and try to choose the correct word. Pause the video and take 3 minutes to circle the correct word. Here are the answers. Number 1, this, you can just take a look at the answers. Number 1 is a lot of. Number 3 is a few. Number 2, some. Number 5, a little. Number 7, some. Number 6, a lot. Number 8, many. Okay. Now let's move to the next activity, which is a role play. لعب الأدوار. Cooking time. يعني وقت الطبخ. Imagine you are a TV presenter. Report to your viewers how the guest chef is preparing a Moroccan meal. يعني ستحاول أن تتخيل أنك مقدم برنامج حول الأكل والطبخ، ثم تقوم بوصف ماذا يقدم الطباخ الضيف، أو تصف بماذا يقوم الطباخ وهو يحاول تحضير وجبة مغربية. You can write it in your notebook. Take 3 minutes to do it. Use the vocab that you know about eating habits and food and break. Now let's try to read these sentences and check the appropriate column. You have number 1, you need some flour. I'd like a sandwich and 2 cookies. Cooks. Number 3, don't add water. Number 4, put the tea in the teapot. Number 5, you need some tomatoes. Number 6, I need an orange and a lemon. You have singular uncountable nouns, and plural uncountable nouns. Here are the correct answers. You have am, a or an in singular countable nouns. So we use a or an with singular countable nouns. نقوم باستعمال a or an مع الكلمات الأسماء التي يمكننا يعني حسابها. For example, 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas. But in singular في المفرد we use the article. The is an article, a is an article, and an is an article. We use the with singular countable nouns, uncountable nouns, and plural uncountable nouns. We use some with uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns. بإمكاننا كذلك أن لا نستعمل أي عبارة من العبارات السابقة with singular countable nouns, uncountable nouns, and plural countable nouns as well. Now let's move to the answers, the next activity, which is about put in a and the, some, or no article, العلامة فارغة, no article, in the appropriate place. سنحاول وضع عمل الفراغ ب a and the, some أو العلامة الفارغة في المكان المناسب. Pause the video, take your time. Take, for example, 5 minutes to answer this activity. Now, number 6 is done for you. It's an example. For example, the milk in this glass isn't fresh. Pause the video. Now, let's try to correct. Number 1. Can you pass me the salt, please? Number 2. There is some spaghetti left in the fridge. Number 4. Number 3. I need a knife to cut my stick. Number 4. There is a bottle of juice in the kitchen. No article or no word. Milk is a rich source of calcium. Number 7, vegetarians don't eat meat. We need an orange and some sugar for the recipe. Now try to do this activity, which is read the ingredients and write instructions to make a potato salad. الآن حاول أن تقوم بقراءة المكونات المقدمة وتحاول الكتابات، يعني instructions تعليمات من أجل تحضير وجبات salad of potato. You have 5 minutes to do this activity. Pause the video. يمكنكم تتبع القناة عبر الضغط على زر الإعجاب وزر subscribe وزيارة أو عبر زيارة